We just spent 2 weeks travelling through West Papua and Micronesia on board the Coral Geographer, an incredible expedition ship from Coral Expeditions. Come with us as we show you exactly what life is like on board in our full Coral Geographer ship review. Cheers! Welcome to the Coral Geographer. This beautiful ship is 94 metres long and 17 metres wide, weighs 5,500 tonnes and has a cruising speed of 14 knots. It can carry around 120 guests and 48 crew on board with 60 spacious cabins, a massive dining room, gym, lounge and lots of space on the outdoor decks. Come on, let's show you around. Welcome to our cabin on the Coral Geographer. It is absolutely massive. We have a huge king-size bed, super comfortable, lots of pillows. We have a nice little seated area here, so you can just chill out, read a book, whatever you want to do. Of course, there is a work desk, so you can set up your cameras, edit your photos, or even keep a journal of whatever you're getting up to on the expedition. All kinds of information in here for the ship, the itinerary, your name badges, and they include some free water bottles with you, so you're minimizing your plastic use while you're on board, which is fantastic. And we're in one of the mid-level staterooms. They've got all kinds of different ones, from very just nice and small and comfortable right up to suites. Our room in 413 has got a window, so we can enjoy the views out there. And of course, we have our own private ensuite. It's huge. Look how big this bathroom is. We're on a ship, remember, and this bathroom, it's huge. Even the shower, it's a proper full-size shower. Just absolutely wild. Basic toiletries are included when you're on board, so shampoos, conditioners, soaps, all that kind of stuff. If you need anything else, you can always go ask at the shop or hit up the expedition team to see what else you need. And of course, being a massive room, there is a massive amount of storage, which is awesome. So you can put all your clothes, your bags, camera gear, everything you need in these large wardrobes. And as fantastic as our room is, we're not going to spend the entire time here, of course. Let's go see what else we can find on the ship. On deck 4, you will also find the reception, where you can sign up for any extra activities or just ask one of the friendly crew any questions you might have. Right near reception is the boutique store if you want to do some souvenir shopping before you head home. Now for the dining room, where we spend a lot of our time on board. Except for special occasions, this is where breakfast, lunch and dinner is served. There are tables set up for groups between 4 and 12 people, so you can socialise at every meal and make new friends if you feel like it. There are big windows all around, but if the weather is nice or the views are epic, you can even choose to sit outside. You can actually see into the kitchen as well to watch all the food being prepared. The menus are different every day, and while breakfast is always a buffet, lunches and dinners are usually a la carte. And trust us when we say the food on the Coral Geographer is simply divine. Just check out some of the meals we had during our trip. And who can forget dessert, right? You're on holiday, treat yourself. There are soft drinks and juices available at any time of day or night, and a great variety of beer and wine is actually included during mealtimes or available to purchase outside of activities. They even have a range of non-alcoholic wine and beer as well, which made Alicia super happy. And quite possibly our favourite part of the entire ship was the barista-style coffee machine on board. Just because you're in the middle of nowhere doesn't mean you need to go without your oat flat white.
There's a gym on board and you can keep up with your exercises if you would like to. They've got weights here in the corner and they've got some machines in the back there. It's definitely a place Jared and I will be visiting.
The outer decks are the place to be for sunrise, to look out for marine life, when navigating through gorgeous destinations, and of course for sunset. In the evenings, happy hour is served on the bridge deck, and you can even walk right around deck 4 if you want to get some steps in. It's sunset time here on the Coral Geographer, which means it's time for the captain's drinks. There's champagne, there's cocktails, there's beers, there's wine, non-alcoholic drinks as well. Let's go mingle with the guests. These are for you.
Thank you.
Cheers. The artwork around the ship is amazing, and the Coral Geographer really feels like a bit of an art gallery. There is a lot of Australian Aboriginal artwork on display, as well as images from some of the fantastic photographers that have travelled on board. To get around the Coral Geographer, there is a staircase between each floor, or if you prefer,
even have the elevator if you don't want to take the stairs.
Now we are in the Bridge Deck Lounge, which is the social hub on the Coral Geographer. We've found it pretty empty right now, but if you come back later, it's going to be buzzing with all the guests on board, hearing presentations from the guest lecturers and the expedition team. It is the place to be in the afternoons and evenings when we have recaps from the team and learn all about what we're going to get up to in the next couple of days. There is a fully stocked bar in the lounge, as well as a coffee machine and a library to chill out and learn all about the incredible places we are visiting with Coral Expeditions. One of the major highlights of travelling with Coral Expeditions is the focus they put on education and enrichment. Throughout the voyage, there are many different lectures given by the expedition crew and special guests on topics such as photography, history, wildlife, culture, and geology. On our trip, Captain Andrew even gave a lecture about navigation, the head chef Andy talked about the kitchen, and the head engineer John explained how everything works on the ship. And the very cool thing is that the bridge is actually open, so we can sit in there and watch as the captain and his crew navigate. You can even sign up for a proper bridge tour where one of the officers will show you exactly how they drive the ship, what each button is for, and how they navigate. One of the things we love about Coral Expeditions is that they actually encourage all the guests to do their own tours of the ship, including a guided tour of the engine room. So that's where we're going right now. One of the engineers is going to show us exactly how they power the Coral Geographer. If the bridge tour just made you even more fascinated by how these expedition ships work, you can join one of the engineers for an engine room tour. We were taken right through the heart of the ship to check out the engines and stabilizers, learn how the ship produces water, where all the leftover food goes, and where they fill up the dive tanks if you're a scuba diver. Now let's talk about how you actually get off the ship. Coral Expeditions uses their specially built Explorer tenders for most excursions, and the Coral Geographer has 2 Explorer boats as well as 6 Zodiacs. It's time to jump off the Coral Geographer and go explore. Now the way that you get off the Coral Geographer is primarily using the Explorers here at the aft of the ship. The Explorers are these very large, very sturdy, purpose-built ships that can carry 60 people plus 4 crew, and they're the best way to navigate these waters up here in the tropics. The way it works is that every passenger and staff sign off as they leave the ship and sign back on when they return, which ensures that nobody is ever left behind. The Explorers are stored on one of the top decks and then moved down onto deck 4 using a hydraulic lift for boarding. Once everyone has taken their seat, the lift is lowered into the water and it's a comfortable ride to wherever the adventure is taking you. There is a lot of shade and open windows so you can enjoy the beautiful views as you sail around. The Explorers are perfect for water activities and there are 4 exit points on the boat. 1 on each side, 1 at the front and 1 at the back. The weather can change quickly out on an expedition, but there are plenty of experienced sailors on board to look after you, and there's even drop-down plastic sheets to protect you from rain and swell. Coming back to the ship is basically done in reverse. The Explorers land on the hydraulic lift and are taken back up to deck 4. All of the guests unload first, and then once the staff have cleared the tenders, they are lifted again to the top of the ship for storage. There are also Zodiacs, which are inflatable boats perfectly designed for expeditions. On our tour, they were mainly used by the staff to watch over the guests while kayaking or snorkeling in case anyone needed any help, and to move gear around. Landings in the Explorers are quick and easy and of course safe. They can dock alongside a jetty, a floating pier, or directly onto the beach. It's at 5:30 in the afternoon on the Coral Geographer during our sea day, and the expedition team have put on a wine tasting event for us. When you're not on the excursions, there are plenty of things to do on the Coral Geographer itself. Besides the lectures, the crew are always trying to keep everyone occupied on the sea days. We have wine tasting sessions, cocktail making lessons, art workshops, games, trivia, and even movie nights. If you've signed up for the optional scuba diving with Coral Expeditions, you're in for a real treat. The scuba gear is all provided and they only use high quality, very well maintained equipment. The scuba program is always run by a certified scuba diving instructor and numbers are capped to ensure maximum enjoyment and safety. The operations for diving happen very smoothly, and after your gear is checked and you join the dive briefing, all that's left to do is go and have fun underwater. Snorkeling is a bit more casual but still ran in a professional manner. Masks, fins and snorkels are included for all guests, as are stinger suits if you choose. As for the day-to-day activities outside of the water, these are all dependent on the itinerary that you choose. Check out our full video from our Micronesia adventure with Coral Expeditions for an insight as to what you can get up to.
We're getting off now. It's the end of our tour. We are so sad. You actually get to know all the staff really well as well. So it's like you're leaving friends. But hopefully we will see them again one day, and we've met new friends among the guests as well. It's just been absolutely amazing. Highly recommend.
We hope our Coral Geographer review video answered all the questions you might have about travelling on this beautiful luxury expedition ship. If you have any questions, leave a comment below or feel free to reach out to us directly. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up and a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button for notifications for when we bring out new videos from our travels from around the world. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure.